So far, there are no reports of any injuries out there. That's very good news, Daniel. KVOA meteorologist Daniel McFarland is looking at your traffic and weather together, taking a look at that. To have no injuries after that much damage is pretty amazing.
Yeah, it definitely is, because it seemed like it went through, say, what, 50 homes right there, and no one was hurt. So it seems like people were able to get down their basements quick enough.
Yeah, you know, especially parts like the southeast versus the south in general, they're so used to that kind of weather to actually prepare for that stuff. Kind of like how we're prepared for the 100-degree, the icebreaker, and, you know, not going to see it again today here, Daniel.
No, we're definitely not. This is going to be a big cool down day, but at the same time, Robbie, those strong winds that I know everyone loves so much, well, they're going to be back for the day today. A lot of us are going to see wind gusts even in Tucson around 35 miles per hour, and there's going to be some other areas that could even have some stronger winds. Now, if you live near Ajo or Sells, I do think the strong winds for you will be starting off around 9 to 10 o'clock. Then once we get closer towards about lunchtime for Tucson, that's going to be when I think we have our wind gusts closer to maybe 25, 35 miles per hour, and that should be lasting all the way until 5 or 6 p.m. tonight. So that's going to be something else we're tracking out there. Now, that red flag warning we talked about before is set to expire at 7, but that's mainly because our temperatures are going to be dropping. Even once we get past about 7 o'clock, we are still going to be having some stronger wind gusts for overnight tonight. So if you do have trouble sleeping whenever it comes to stronger winds, I do think you need to keep in mind that overnight tonight is going to be a time we still could easily have wind gusts between, I'd say, 20 and 35. I know that's a big range, but if you live closer towards Ajo or Sells, that's really where the stronger ones are expected to be. Now, something else we're going to have for most of the area is going to be a threat of blowing dust out there. I think this is going to be lower for today, so I have it down at 20%. But if you live down near Tucson, down towards the south, even Nogales, I do think dust might be an issue out there. But as far as full-blown dust storms are concerned, I don't think that's going to be happening at all, because typically you see those over in Cochise County, and their winds aren't expected to be as bad out there. Around Tucson, your highs, I think, are going to be in right around 90 degrees. But when you look at a morning like this and you see us starting off in the mid-60s, you think we might be back to 100, but it's going to be that wind that's going to keep us a little bit cooler. So even though we are seeing 68 at the airport at the moment, which is very warm, I don't think we're going to get much warmer than about 90 to 91 for really the airport or Midtown. Some of the warmer spots around town, though, could be a spot like Oro Valley or the foothills, so we'll be keeping an eye on those for you throughout the entire day. Going down towards Nogales, 83 over there, and you did see Ajo and Sells sitting at the mid-70s right now. I think they'll be stopping in the mid-80s because of the wind they're going to be expecting. Now, over the next few days, again, I do think temperatures are going to continue to drop, so we're not going to be close to 100 degrees. Remember, ice break yesterday lasted for an entire minute. It didn't really last for 5 minutes or even 10. It was really just 1 minute, so it was just very brief that we reached that. But over the next few days, we should get right back down to around average. That'll be continuing throughout the weekend, but there are going to be other windy days to look forward to. Thursday's another day to watch, and we're going to be right back to around 85 to 90 for your weekend, with low temperatures in the 40s for a couple days out there. That was weather. Let's go ahead and talk about traffic before we head on outside today. And everything's still looking good for most of town. We're still not tracking any kind of huge slowdown.